What's the mood in Kashi? What was the response, reaction? There seemed to be a buzz right since morning because everybody was hoping for a positive verdict because they believe that there is maintainability and the demand is legal because of a precedent. Till 1993, they had open access to Ma Shringar Gauri every day.
Well, so, that has been the basic argument. And you rightly said, the court clearly said that, this prayer is about the right to worship. It is not about determining your religious character, and therefore it is not barred. But talking about the mood, as you precisely asked, we clearly saw a lot of enthusiasm, even since the beginning of the day. There was a lot of hope among the Hindu litigant side. There was a large build-up outside the court, and even many within the the legal fraternity were quite emotionally also attached to this case. So once this verdict came out precisely at around 2:20 p.m., we saw an uproar and outburst of emotions outside the court. Many people started celebrating. There were streets that were distributed. Bam Bam Bole and Har Har Mahadev were the chants which were clearly sounded up. Police, of course, tried to restrain because the concern was that any sort of provocation may not lead to a counter response. But the minority side, the Muslim side, was almost not present there. No build-up there, and they basically decided to go by what the court has said. They have clearly said that they are not happy with the court order and they will challenge it. But on the ground, we haven't seen any, any sort of protest or any sort of large-scale celebration. So I'll say the police in Varanasi has been successful in curtailing and curbing the people. So what all we saw was, just controlled outside for barely half an hour, 1 hour outside the court. But beyond that, the entire city is absolutely normal. And the credit goes to people of Varanasi. They had been, absolutely normal, living together even in month of May. There was a lot of curiosity going on as the survey was progressing inside the Gyanvapi Mosque area.
Right, Pranchu, great job done tracking that through the day, the stories, and also getting us the stories. We were also the first to also put out the court order, the 26-page court order, and putting out the details. Even the lawyers were the first to speak with us here on the News18 network. So great job done all around. But Ananya, if we look at the judgment and read through the points very carefully, the judge says that prima facie the Hindu Paksh has established that there were indeed deities there. That means the character of this entire area where the devotees want to worship Ma Shringar Gauri was Hindu and is Hindu.
Well, exactly, Anand. It is a very, very particular point and a very, very crucial point of this judgment that has come in, that a prima facie case has been put forth by the Hindu side in order to take claim of this particular place, saying that the Hindu side has prima facie made out a case that there existed a deity. And remember, since the Ayodhya judgment also had categorically said that once a land is devoted to a deity, it remains to be that of a deity because the deity does not have a life term. It is empirical and in fact goes on for infinity, and hence the land also remains to be of the deity, and hence the prima facie case of the Hindu side has been made out. Apart from that, what is very, very crucial to note is that the court has noted that there is no bar under Section 3 of the Places of Worship Act that bars this suit to be dismissed, that says that the prayers in this particular suit cannot be granted, and it is only a prayer that is the prayer is for only to seek rights of worship that has been asked by the Hindu side, which is not barred under Section 3 of the Places of Worship Act. In fact, it also goes on to say that the arguments of the Muslim side does not sustain in this particular case. If at all they want to say that it's a waqf property, because the waqf can come only into play when it's a dispute between the Shias and the Sunnis. But this is a dispute between the Hindu and the Muslim side. And now what is very, very crucial, Anand, is what comes forward to this. Now what comes forward at this particular point of time is that the Advocate Commissioner's report gains a legal sanctity now because the suit has been made maintainable, and it would be the next step forward. The Advocate Commissioner's report would also be considered into this particular case, and all the other evidence that the Hindu side has constantly been putting forth, whether it's the excerpts from the Skanda Purana, the Shiv Puran, or the British Imperial Court orders dating back to 1800s, which clearly said that this was a Hindu temple that existed at this particular point, at this particular place. they would
Right.
be taken into consideration by the Varanasi court. But the Muslim side would, Anand, would also be approaching the higher court, challenging this particular order before the Allahabad High Court, and then they can also approach the Supreme Court. But what is very, very crucial today, it's a bright sunny day, it's
Right.
a very, very big victory for the Hindu side, the stepping stone
Right.
for this legal battle to start on a full-fledged note. Anand.
Right. Thank you for your inputs, Ananya and Pranshu. Let's take this forward. I've got Ashwini to